Patty is screaming at her car stereo right now.
The new John Hughes. Welcome once again to Chill Filtered, the podcast where we drink whiskey so you don't have to. But you probably should. And you probably are. Hey, and I guess I can't say you probably should because there's some situations where you probably shouldn't drink. But if you're one of the people that enjoys drinking responsibly, you probably should. And that is why we like you. Hey, we are doing an episode on Green River today. Green River, we have a single barrel weeded cask strength bourbon. I'm excited about that. You got your own bottle. I didn't even realize. Is that the same bottle?
Actually, so yes, this sample is courtesy of Dan McMillan. Not even the sample is courtesy of Dan McMillan. Dan straight up gave me this whole bottle. He just gave it to me. Yep.
Baller. Love that guy. I got more to say about Dan as the episode goes on. But here's some business for this week. Hey, subscribe on YouTube. That's how you can support us this week. If you've been listening for a little bit, maybe even 4 episodes, you're hooked. And just give us that subscribe. It'll help us out. It'll help us grow. And maybe one day we can make money off this podcast. But I'm not expecting it very soon. But hey, if the people rally, I will accept. So that is the business for this week. Bryan, what's new? Anything new?
No.
Yeah.
Actually, hot off the press here. What's new? I finished a bottle. Look at this.
Hey.
So my entry buzz today is Larceny Barrel Proof because I wanted something weeded, and I wanted it to be about mid 120s. Wait.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, good thinking.
This is actually 0.2 proof off of what we're drinking today. That's a funny coincidence. But I tell you what, I was like, that was what my criteria was. I was like, I want an entry buzz on a weeded bourbon. I want it to be like 120-ish proof. And so I was like, Wilderness Trail, duh. Like Wilderness Trail would be perfect to compare against Green River. Yeah. And like, wouldn't you know it? The only Wilderness Trail I have in this house, bourbon-wise, not rye.
Yeah.
Bourbon-wise is 100 proof, bottled and bond releases. I have both 6-year variants, the weeded and the rye. I have both 8-year variants, the weeded and the rye, but they're all 100 proof. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that big of a proof differential. Found this Larceny. It was near the bottom, so it was perfect time to kill it off. Sam's got a little pour for herself that helped me kill this off. It is B523, and it's getting torched right now.
Torch. Oh, that was great audio. Great audio. You know, I think we should do a what whiskey would you choose? This not the only one, but maybe a side what whiskey would you choose survey online. What was the last Larceny barrel proof you ever bought? Because they kind of went out of style in like a few years back. And so did the Elijah Craig barrel proofs in general. They're always on the shelf here. Yeah.
There was a period of time. There was a period of time where Larceny upped their prices because they like with the bourbon market boom trend that was happening, and everybody was raising prices. So Larceny was like, "Let's charge $90," or so. It was almost 100. I want to say. I don't remember what it actually was. And then freaking nobody was buying it. That was when the price went up, it was permanently available in Phoenix all the time. And then now the price is lowered back down again, and still no one's buying it. Like you guys dug your own grave on that one.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I do not love Heaven Hill weeded bourbon. Like it's rare, very rare. I will even like their stuff. Like and like it's all drinkable. Don't get me wrong, but like even like Old Fitzy's, I'm not super impressed. Especially Larceny's and especially Larceny barrel proofs. I'm just like, I'd rather buy a lot of other things first. Yeah,
Old Fitzgerald is basically Larceny, but just bottle and bond and whatever.
Yeah.
I got to try that 13-year VVS Old Fitz.
Really? It's recent. Oh yeah.
wasn't for me either, man. I'm just not a weeded bourbon guy. And like, it's a hilarious coincidence that my larceny here was so close in proof and everything, because I did not get to be choosy on my entry buzz. This was the only, other than William LaRue Weller, this was the only cask strength 120-ish weeded bourbon that I have. It's like, if you give me that same criteria on like a rye bourbon or just a rye, if we're drinking a rye today, like I usually have like 6-ish bottles to like choose from of what I want to drink for my Ranger buzz. That's
and sometimes it'll be all 6.
Yeah, sometimes it is.
Yeah, that's great. I am entry buzzing on something very unrelated. Actually, it's just a good purchase I got recently. Not a weeded bourbon, not even a bourbon. It is Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye, a recent barrel I got, and it's from the 113 Coy Hill warehouse. That's why I bought it.
Nice.
And it's 134.3. And then, so the Coming Whiskey channel on, or what do you call it, like handle on Instagram, recently said that the next Jack Daniel's special release is going to be Coy Hill Rise, specifically from what I saw from the 113 warehouse. And I was like, well, cool. I'll just beat them to it. And this is definitely better than some of the other single barrel proof rise I've had. Nice. So I was like, yeah, I'll drink that. And I didn't want to think too hard otherwise. Release. Exactly. Don't even need to try it, especially if it's hazmat. Yeah, I don't need that.
Yeah, I saw that too. Needless to say, I'm excited about that.
For sure. Did I send you that one? I think I sent you that one. Did I?
Which one?
Share that with you. The special. No, I think I sent it to you and then told you I got a barrel, or no, something like, I don't even know. Like sent the Coming Whiskey post to you.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant did you share a sample with me of something? I was
please.
Like,
that'd be crazy. I don't think it's out yet, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yep. Other than that, man, yeah, nothing going on here. Well, I guess drink along samples are in the hands of people now.
Or they're in the hands. They've been in the hands for like 2 weeks.
Soonly be. And even distribution on my side as well is mostly complete. I think there's guys, David and Rob, I still need to swing by
Jim?
Jim's is on the way, so he'll get his very soon as well. Nice. So yeah, we're pretty much good to go on that.
That's great. No, yeah, and by the time this episode comes out, we will have already had our fun drink along on Sunday afternoon. So thanks for those who joined us. I think it was very fun. Very fun.
Yes. I had so much fun. I know I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah. So my exam.
Yeah.
I think I might get results like a week from now or so.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe in the next 2 weeks easily, because that's kind of how it was in a similar situation. It was like 2 weeks. And then so I'm I had this moment of panic today. I just checked the results website today. And just because sometimes randomly you'll find your score there. And then I saw like it basically said score reports are now available as I logged in. And I was like, wait, what does that mean? Does that mean I got my score from my it was like a pop-up too. So I was like, this seems like recent. This seems like something to pay attention to.
Right.
And it was basically like you can get your reports for all your prior exam attempts. And then I went down to the bottom where my latest exam was, and it said fail. But then I realized they hadn't updated it. It was from my prior attempt.
It was the last one. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, but I had this moment of like it really hurt my heart. And then I was like, read it. It wasn't for the one. It wasn't for the most recent one.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm studying like 20 minutes a day to kind of keep things fresh, just in case I need to put in another 3 months.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Minor update from me on my internet situation too. So I am officially on Google Fiber now. This is happening.
And it shows
over Google Fiber. Yeah. My image just looks so googly. Yeah. But anyway, CenturyLink just had to twist the knife one last time. I have been on autopay my entire life with CenturyLink. 7 years I've had CenturyLink, 7 years I've been on autopay, 7 years, 0 issues. And then just suddenly this past month, it was like, you didn't pay your bill on time, late fee. And I was like, what? Like, I was on autopay. You've got to be kidding me. And so they were trying to charge me $18 for a late fee. And so I got
them.
I know, right? So I got on the chat. I got on the chat thing. I had to like wait an hour to go through 30 slots in line on chat. And by then, of course, had a whole paragraph written out. So I copy pasted that in there. And after a couple back and forths, the chat agent was like, okay, cool. I took care of that late fee for you. It'll appear as a credit on your next bill. And I was like, no,
jerks.
That is
they
not
would
acceptable.
Do that.
Yeah. And then they were like, okay, well, since you're not going to have another bill, you'll get a refund check in the mail in like 6 to 8 weeks or something. And I was like, okay, like clearly I can't do anything else here. I've reached the end of my desire to push. I'm not going to be a jerk and keep like pestering. So I was like, all right, $18 gamble. $18 gamble here to see if I actually get a check for $18 in the mail or not in 6 to 8 weeks.
I worked for an insurance company, a large insurance company. I don't know if I mentioned this recently, but I worked for a large insurance company. And basically at a certain point, they're like, we are no longer going to make it hard to cancel your policy because people don't come back when they have really, really bad breakup experiences. And that's like very valuable. Like I won't go back to Gold's Gym, hate those guys because they're like, oh, you have to prove that you are you when you are canceling this. I'm like, what do you need from me? They're like, well, you need to prove like, and it's just all these stupid things where it's like, obviously you're just trying to take my money and I will report you, like Better Business Bureau or whoever. And then they're like, okay, we trust that you are who you say you are. Like stuff like that. So dumb.
The Cole Seabald that I know would have reported us to the Better Business Bureau. So you must be Cole.
Yeah,
Seabald.
Exactly. They like I've had gym experiences where I moved town. Like I moved, and then they're like, well, you have to send a personal handwritten letter with like all this information to prove that you're canceling your, like, it's so dumb. And then, so I don't want to go back. Like I would never go back because it's just not the type of business I want to give my money to. So I was really happy with that with the bigger insurer I worked for, where they're like, we're just not going to do that. Like it leaves a really bad taste in people's mouths. And if they want to cancel, they mean it. And that's okay. We're not going to take their money any longer. That's fine.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah. Or like, so that they don't have to threat to cancel in order to get a better promo. Like that's a reason I will never do. Well, obviously, if I live in an area where there's only one provider, I have to go with that provider. But if I have a choice, I'll never do Cox Internet again either, because they had that dumb thing where you get a promo rate for a year and then your prices go up. So every year I had it in my calendar that I had to go back in and I had to talk to somebody and say, hey, I need you to add another promo to my account or I'm leaving. And it was just like a chore that I had to do every year just to get a competitive price. So it's like, terrible. I will never do that again.
You ever like get a bidding war on you? You ever do that for like, it doesn't have to be for internet, but one time when I lived in Phoenix, there's a ton of pest control companies. And I basically was like back and forth between two. I'm like, well, they just offered me this. And they're like, well, we're going to lower it to this. And I was like, and then they're like, and then what gets me is like, when some people, I've done this before for but basically I got a really low rate for pest control when I was for like scorpion spray and all that stuff. But there was this other time in Phoenix where I needed to shop around for a AC unit, and like we needed a new AC unit as fast as possible. Ended up going with Green Mango, great HVAC service in the Phoenix area. Did you have a different experience or
No. I have seen their trucks on the highway, but that's the only way I know them.
Yeah. Nice green color. But anyway, I think it was Green Mango. green stuff. I forget. But
I
anyway,
100% have seen something mango, and I'm pretty sure
I
it's
think
green.
green mango might have been the pest control, but it was another. It was pineapple, something. You've probably seen them too.
Probably.
Anyway, green mango did take care of our pests, and we were very grateful. But the something pineapple in Phoenix also took very good care of us. But there was this one, as I was kind of getting the bidding war, at least pricing things out. One guy was like, I'll give you this rate, but you can't call anyone else. If you do, your rate goes up. And I'm like, screw you. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah,
like,
no.
bye.
Like, I'm not going to fall for that crap.
Yeah.
That's like being at the car dealership and they're like, if you sign right now, we'll give you $6,000 off. It's like, okay, see you later.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure someone else will beat that.
Right.
And if they don't, I don't care. I'm not going to go for those tactics. So anyway.
Right.
I like get mean with salespeople. Like I treat them as subhuman sometimes. Heather has to like remind me. She's like, these are people and they are, they get hurt by things that can be said. And I'm not calling them names or anything, but I'm like sometimes they'll say something like that. I'm like, I don't care what you say. Like I don't like that does like stuff like that. If they say like you have to just accept the rate now and not call anyone else. I'm like, okay, bye. Like, and I'm just not nice. Like, it's not like I'm like mean. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I just like don't fall. I would like to say one time I fell for those tactics and never again. It was a gym membership when I lived in Idaho. And the guy, here's the funniest thing to me. And I just stopped like being nice to these people. The gym membership, I basically walk into the gym and say, I saw this promotion online for like a week's free trial, and I'm interested in that. And he goes, well, we found that free trials don't exactly work. And if I knew what I know now, I was like 22 at the time. So I just like was like, okay, what do I need to do? I spent like $40 a month, like $45 a month on this gym, which was not a good rate, especially for 2012. Anyway, and it wasn't worth it for that gym. Some gyms are worth that, but that wasn't this one. Anyway, this guy like pulled a move on me, and I was poor as could be to begin with, so it wasn't good. And I'm
kind of the same. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, but anyway, he's like, we find that they don't work, and if I knew what I know now, I've been like, work for who, you jerk? Like, work for you? Like, work for me? You find that when people do a free trial, they don't sign up? Like, what does that mean for me? I'm asking for a free, like stuff like that. I just get so frustrated with salespeople sometimes.
Right.
Although we did actually buy a car last year, and it wasn't so bad. I kind of kept my hat on, my questioning and potentially somewhat mean hat on, and there was no red flags. And we have a good car and really great warranty with it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. I love that. It's like, we find that when we give people time to evaluate our service before paying for it, they don't sign up. It's like, I wonder what's wrong.
They don't even show up.
Like
what? How could it not work for me? Like, I don't even show up to the free trial. Like, I don't learn something about what the gym could provide for me. Like, it's so dumb. But anyway.
I am kind of the same. It's like when they play the cards that are just insufferable sales tactics, like I'm out. I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I had a car salesman feed me the line of like, come on, man, I got kids to feed. It's like, feeding
maybe you should try harder.
Not my problem. Like, come on, man.
Maybe you should help me out, and then I will actually buy, because I don't care about your kids right now. I care about the car. I either love salespeople or I hate salespeople. It's like if they vibe with me and they don't give me crap, like I will be a customer for life. There was a guy at a mattress store that like 5 years later, I called that mattress store and I was like, hey, does Rick still work there? And they were like, oh no, he left about a year ago. And I was like, do you know what store he went to? And then they told me what store he went to. And I called the store and I was like, hey, is Rick here? And they're like, yeah, hang on 1 second. I was like, I'm coming in tomorrow. Was it the same company or was it a different mattress company?
Totally different company.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that too. Like if you like I had a really good experience buying my wife's car last year. Like I would totally go back uh and even sing their praises because they didn't give me any of that stuff. They offered me more on the trade-in, way more than we expected. The
Nice.
monthly rate was actually lower than we expected. And
Yeah.
we didn't have to do anything crazy for that. Like it just worked out. Like we didn't have to extend our payment period or do anything else. It was just like, no, they just got a good rate and a good interest rate. So,
Yeah.
but yes, and they didn't throw any crazy things. But yeah, when they pull moves, I just I go mean Cole, and I am never mean Cole. Like I actually I very much consider how I come across to people, and maybe there's certain people I've hurt, which is understandable. But I'm sorry for that if I have. But like salespeople, I don't even worry about it. Like if they try to pull some tactics on me, I don't even consider I don't even regret being mean.
Right.
So anyway.
Yeah, I just shut down. I just become a robot, and it's just like, okay, clearly you're not for me. See you later, bye.
Yeah. But yeah, there are some good salespeople where you're like, no, I'll send anyone your way. Like there was this one guy who last story about sales.
Yeah.
One guy who did our HVAC here and in our current house in Virginia, and he did such a good job. Charged us. I tipped him because he charged us so low. Which you don't really do to HVAC people from what I hear. Like you just pay them the rate they charge. But I was like, dude, like you nailed this. And there was this one time where I asked him to come in. He fixed something so fast that he's like, I'm not even going to charge it. And I'm like, well, I'm going to pay you because you took care of it. Like that's I don't care how short it took. I needed this fixed and you fixed it. So I will. But he apparently owned a smaller HVAC company, built it into this like huge fleet, and then sold it to a bigger company, and then kind of did his own stuff on the side after he sold it. But now he's since retired. So I'm like, good for you. But I wish I had someone like you currently.
Yeah. Good for you. Bad for me.
Yeah, exactly. But and like I gave him a stellar review, literally stellar review.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, that's that. What do you say we talk about Green River?
I'm excited. Let's do it. We've never done this before, right?
Do it. Yeah, so this is the first. So yeah, right after this quick break, we'll talk about Green River Distillery history. This episode is sponsored by our listener, our friend, and an absolute legend himself, Dan McMillan. Now, when I say Dan is generous, I don't mean, oh, he brought a decent bottle to share. I mean, this man treated Secret Sampler this year like it was like he was stocking a high-end bourbon bar for royalty. I pulled his name this year as a gifter, and what shows up? Not 2 samples, not 4 samples, literally 12 samples. So he did the what was it, like 4? He's loaded it up 3 times. 12 absolute bangers at that. We're talking like George T. Stagg, William LaRue Weller, Saz 18, Wild Turkey, Masters Keep Beacon, and then just casually just adds this hazmat Barton bourbon. That straight up rewired my brain about Barton juice. I thought I hated everything Barton, but this was not so bad. It literally smelled like George T. Stagg. Anyway, sitting there oh, so this is where enlightenment tastes like, or what enlightenment tastes like. So anyway, Dan doesn't just send samples. He sends experiences. He sends paradigm shifts. He sends the kind of lineup that makes you text your friends and say, I need you to sit down for this. And beyond the whiskey, he's just one of those guys you want on your team. Thoughtful, solid, the kind of genuinely nice human who makes the whole community better by just being in it. Dan, you didn't have to go that hard. But the fact that you did, that's exactly why we're grateful you're part of the Chill Filtered family. Cheers, my friend. And we're back. Some notes to get to this week. Our barrel pick is live, but technically it's not. We just found out that
it's like a pre-purchase situation.
Yeah,
pre-purchase.
We speaking of pre-purchase, we purchased about a month ago, and it hasn't even shipped. Come to find out, the cases haven't even shipped to Sealbox yet. Long story short, maybe hold off if you're on the fence about buying our barrel pick at tinyurl.com/CF Driftless.
Yes, sir.
I would love for you to buy it. If you're eyeing to buy it, buy it. But wait until it's arrived to the warehouse. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. And we'll let you know when it arrives to the warehouse. So
did we mention that this is?
Yeah.
Did we mention this is Sealbox? Do you all remember what happened with the Found North pick on Sealbox? They lost our stickers and didn't want to put them on. And then I had to convince them to send our stickers by U.S. mail in letter envelopes to everyone who had bought a pick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Might not be them next time. Also, a huge shout out to Mr. Dan McMillan once again. Third time this episode. Dan shared with us the pour we're drinking today. So that's dope. What a baller. Give me a second. There we go. What a baller. Green River Wheated Bourbon Single Barrel. This is specifically from West Coast Whiskey Club. And it's 124.2 proof. This is surprisingly our first Green River whiskey featured on the podcast. Not sure about Green River maybe being a source for other whiskey we've tried, which they do. They do sort, or they what's the word? Contract distill, I guess.
NDP?
No, they don't source. They are not an MVP. They make pretty much all their stuff, or they make all their stuff, but I don't know who they provide for, because they do actually sell some of their
contract distiller. Yeah.
That's correct. So I don't think that's ever happened on the whiskeys we've tried. It might have, but I'm pretty sure this is legitimately our first Green River whiskey product on the podcast. And they've been around long enough where we probably should feature them, which we're doing now. So Green River Distillery history. Green River Distillery's story starts in 1885 in Owensboro, Kentucky, when entrepreneur J.W. McCulloch founded the brand along the banks of the Green River. From the beginning, Green River positioned itself as a premium product. Its slogan was pretty bold at the time: the whiskey without a headache. That's just funny to me. Maybe they didn't know about methanol at the time. That line became nationally recognized. The whiskey that doesn't make you go blind. That line became nationally recognized, and by the early 1900s, Green River was one of the most advertised whiskeys in America. Owensboro itself was a strategic location, sitting near both the Green and Ohio rivers. It allowed barrels to move efficiently by boat, which in the pre-highway era was everything. The distillery quickly became one of Kentucky's most important producers, eventually earning the designation DSPKY 10, which is really low number for the DSP number. Actually, that's worth episode history one day, is talking about DSP numbers and stuff like that, and what ones have actually disappeared over time. But anyway, but like so many bourbon success stories of that era, disaster struck. And this is right before Prohibition. Prohibition started in 1920. But in 1918, a fire destroyed much of the distillery. It was rebuilt, but then Prohibition hit in 1920. Like most Kentucky distilleries, operations ceased. And while some distilleries managed to restart after repeal, Green River never quite regained its former prominence. Over time, ownership changed, production faded, and eventually the distillery just went dormant. For decades, the name Green River existed mostly as a relic, a brand with deep 19th century roots, but no modern identity. That changed in the 2010s when the historic Owensboro distillery was revived under the name O.Z. Tyler. And then in 2022, Bardstown Bourbon Company acquired the site and made a pivotal decision. They brought back the Green River name, reconnecting the distillery to its 1885 heritage. Today, Green River isn't just a new label slapped onto sourced whiskey. It's literally a full circle return to a historic Kentucky distillery site, complete with its own with its original DSP number and the original physical location. The brand now blends legacy and modern production, honoring its pre-prohibition identity while operating in today's bourbon renaissance. So as we sip this Green River single barrel wheated bourbon, we're not just drinking something new. We're tasting a distillery that once was a national brand, disappeared for nearly a century, and survived fire, prohibition, and then came back in the modern boom. I think that's pretty cool. So anyway, the question is, Bardstown Bourbon Company owns them. They've only been around a few years, technically. No, they produce all their own stuff. What we're drinking today and what they make is Green River's own distillate. Even though they're young and with their connection with a large contract distiller, Bardstown Bourbon Company, according to their website, they are using local grain for the most part, distilling and aging in-house in Owensboro. So that's pretty cool. Mash bill for this release is 70% corn, 21% wheat, and 9% malty bees. Don't know the age on this, but I can assume it's about 5 years or more. Does it say the age?
It does not say the age on the bottle, but it does say on the website that it is aged for over 5 years.
Yep. And it was a single barrel pick from West Coast Whiskey Club. So as I was doing the history on this, I was like, West Coast Whiskey Club. It's too bad. I wonder how, literally I was thinking to myself, I wonder how Dan got this if he's an East Coaster. For some reason in my mind, I was thinking Dan was like an East Coaster. And then it hit me as we were talking. I'm like, wait, Dan's in Phoenix. Why do I think that he was on the East Coast? Anyway, so their standard weeded bourbon is 90 proof, and that's usually about a 4 to 5 year old. And then they have a weeded full proof offering. That's a 109.3, which I thought was an interesting, very specific proof.
Actually,
standard.
I don't know anything about that, and that's actually brand new. People are only just receiving media samples of that right now. I think it's not actually released yet. But yeah, I assume full proof is what they barrel it at. What'd you say that number was again?
109.3.
Be interesting if that's specifically what they put it in the barrel at.
It would be. Yeah, it is. But yeah, anyway. But I think it's one of those what do you call it? Like Weller full proof, where it's not exactly like cask strength, but it's higher. I think
exactly.
That's what you were saying.
Well, full proof literally means this was the barrel.
Oh, gotcha. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, according to their website, you mentioned this. It is at least 5 years old.
Good.
Total wine price, usually between 60 and 70 from what I was looking at online for similar picks of the weeded variety. And that's all I got. I'm going to pour this out
really
for this homie.
Because actually I paid $0 for this. That's so weird.
Because there's a baller somewhere in this Phoenix area, not on the East Coast.
Yeah, let me give Dan a bottle flick here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like that one glass that I had where I'm like, why didn't this ding?
Oh yeah, at the end of a shout out and you flicked it and it was just click and then you went, whoa.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, I'll do one better. I'll give Dan a pork chop. I'll give you a cork pop here. A little squeaky. That was good.
Okay, so I'm getting weird things with the nose here. From a distance, it smells very fruity, very bright, almost rye-like on the nose. But then I put my nose pretty close to this, and I'm getting kind of oaky. It's very, very alcohol vapors to me. Maybe I should have let this breathe a little bit.
That's what I was going to say. You did just pour it, right?
I did. Mm-hmm.
I did just pour mine too. But granted, this bottle's been open for probably 6 months, or actually, I think it was around Christmas, maybe. So maybe like 4 months. And it's been I don't know, 40% gone for a while. So I think it's been breathing in the bottle a little bit.
Did I ever tell you that? Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
You said 4 months since Christmas. Christmas was like a month and a half ago. But anyway, when I lived in Phoenix, I didn't know what time of the year it was all year. Like I was I had to actually think about it. I was like, what season is it? Yeah, but which was great. I loved it. It made it fun.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I can tell you when I got this bottle. From my database tab. I'll look here in a little bit. The nose notes on this though, I totally see the fruit. This is a big oaky cherry for me. There's a little plastic synthetic thing, just a smidge. It's like a subtle, it's like a weird artificial, like new car smell, kind of like a I don't know, plasticky artificial, but that's like 10% of what's going on here for me. It is, I'd give the rest at like 60% cherry, 30% oak. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. There is a little bit of synthetic sweetness in there, on the nose at least. It doesn't smell like real apples. It smells like apples that were trying to be apples, but they weren't apples.
Yeah. It is maybe not as much oak as it is like cedar for me. There's like a tangy, bright, acidic thing to the oak on the nose still. That like, I like it. I actually think that this is a pretty fantastic nose.
One of the craziest bourbon palates I've ever had. Have you sipped this?
No, well, like I did a long time ago, but I'm about to. Here we go.
Goodness, this reminds me a little bit of a bourbon mixed with Ramper double cask or whatever. Like there is a really cool berry kind of thing going down that I would even compare to like elderberry, like I did with Ramper. This was a journey, and I did not expect that at all.
Yeah. I'm impressed, man. It's like the timeline of the sip. I feel like it held a nice, soft taste, very low proof, like for a surprisingly long time into the timeline. I mean, maybe like timeline 4 or 5. Where it was just like this is a high-end, low-proof, delicate bourbon. But then at like halfway through the sip, then suddenly it like ramps up with like floral, like orange zest, orange oils.
Ooh. Or like orange blossoms a little bit. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, well, the blossoms with the floral. Yeah, totally get that. It did finish for me a little ethanol youthy. Like finally all that came out towards the very end of the sip. But like how enjoyable all the early part of the sip was, I'm not going to penalize it too much on having ethanol show up on the back end. That was really good.
This is one of the most unique bourbons I've ever had. And I love that about this. I'm getting even little hints of Irish whiskey finishes. Like I'm talking like redbreast, like almost like tropical fruity on the finish. I'm not getting as bad as you said, like ethanol-y, alcohol-y on the finish. I mean, this is like you start with a bourbon, change it into that, Ramper double cask that is like elderberry forward. And then you finish it like an Irish whiskey. Nothing like a bourbon should be, but I like it. It's so unique. If I close my eyes and sip this, I would think. I mean, I would have no idea. I would probably think American single malt because of its diversity. But I would be thinking maybe this is Irish and I just don't get it. Like I don't like fully understand it, but I would be like, wait, is this Rampart? Like there's so many things this leads me to, and all things that I very much enjoy. It just really doesn't taste like a bourbon though. I would never guess this is a bourbon.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I would never guess is I would never guess that this is a wheated bourbon.
Yeah.
I think you said this, one of your very first nose notes. You said it came across a little rye spicy. Am I correct?
A little bit, yeah.
I totally knows this now after having sipped and everything. I totally knows this as a rye, almost like a pine tree type pine needles rye. You missed your slam dunk there.
No, I didn't put it in water yet. I just went straight to the ice, so I'll have to do water next. Yeah, but go on.
Sounds good. Well, I'll do that too.
Yeah.
I'll do that too. Anyway, I get absolutely nothing wheated about this on the palate or on the nose. This is just like, this totally comes across as a rye bourbon for me. Man, it's just like, it's got that rye spice.
Dude, you should try this with ice. So just like a good Indian whiskey like Rampur or like a good Irish whiskey. This is great with ice. It's refreshing with ice. It's so good. This is crazy.
That's what I was going to say.
Did you pour the right whiskey into my sample bottle? I have no idea. This is so throwing me off.
So, what I was going to say, one last thing on my neat is I was getting a little like Heaven Hill level of peanuts vibe on this. And that really comes out with the ice for me, but it's like a dry, dusty peanut shell kind of peanuts. It's not like peanut butter or anything. But that really comes out on ice. The ice really tempers the ethanol ramp up, like I mentioned earlier. And now I'm like itching to make an old fashioned out of this.
It's very kind of Dan. Give you a whole bottle of this. This is so unique and in a really good way. The more I drink with ice, yes, it is refreshing, but there is a little bitterness on the finish, but it's still refreshing / worth it. I think it might be, I'm going to guess that it very well might taste very good with a few drops of water.
Yeah. The ice pour did mute it too much. I think it kind of made it so it just brought everything down. It brought the ethanol down, but it brought the complexity and the nice softness of the early pour, like I was talking about on neat. It kind of wiped that away. So, yeah, not gonna say it wasn't good. It was good.
Yeah,
but not my favorite.
Still good with water.
Good,
yeah, it's good stuff. I think I like it neat though the best. I mean, I would have never guessed. There are so many things about this that I'm just very thrown off by. Never guessed this was a bourbon, let alone a wheated bourbon. I would have guessed this was like, if this were a bourbon, it would have been 51% corn and like 49% malty bees. And like those malty bees had some crazy stuff going into them. Yeah. Like, love it. Yeah. Single pot still malty bees.
It's an oily pour too, man. This really clings to the side of the glass and really makes some legs as it goes down.
Yeah.
for like $60, this is super solid.
See, at our place in the bourbon collection world, there is a draw for big bottles that are always good, like George T. Stagg. But there's also like a place for like cheap bottles that are really unique and still good at the same time. And this is something that I would be like, this is one of those bottles, cheap, unique, and still good. Something that like, if people come over to your house, you're like, if you like bourbon and if you like Irish whiskey, try this one out, stuff like that. You should send this to Rob. Rob might like this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, good point. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. I like, as long as my memory can stand the test of time here, this would totally be a bottle that I would recommend to anybody. Like
Yeah.
somebody's like, "Hey, I'm going to a Whiskey Bros weekend thing. I need a $60 bottle. What do you think?" Like, this is
Right
a
here.
super, super easy recommendation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right.
But do I
Start
like
thinking
it
about
better than
score.
Larceny full proof or barrel
Yes.
proof? Let's see.
Oh
Let's
my
see.
goodness.
Okay, Larceny Barrel Proof definitely comes across deeper, darker, super brown sugar, like leathery, relative to the Green River. I mean, that kind of works though, because we were saying Green River was like orange blossomy.
Yeah.
And Larceny Barrel Proof is not orange blossomy.
I mean, it's so light in a good way.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Larceny has like a rich carameliness that the Green River didn't have. But like, all in all, which one am I more impressed with? Totally Green River. I think the Green River drinks a bit hotter than the Larceny Barrel Proof, especially late on the sip. The Larceny Barrel Proof comes across as more of a creamy, viscous, caramely brown sugar bomb, relatively. But yeah, Green River, super good. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Rating scale.
I'm gonna give this on the numerical rating scale. I'm gonna give this a 9.3. This is good. And if I didn't know this was a bourbon, I would have rated it even. Well, that's the reason. I probably, if knowing this is a bourbon, I would have been tempted to give this like a 9.1. But if you remove any preconceived notions, this is a really good whiskey. It is not bourbony though, but it is a really good whiskey. So I'm going to give it a solid 9.3 on the rating scale, the numerical rating scale. I'm going to give this this is hard. A or A plus here. I'm going to go with a high A, not quite A plus, but I think this is amazing. So
yeah. So I'm going to give it an A minus. A is the category of very good, extremely solid, well-rounded, no substantial negative comment can be made. That's the way the ethanol sweeps in at the end there was enough of a negative comment for me to not want to give it an A. But yeah, A minus, like an easy decision there, given all the other positive attributes that we discussed while we were sipping. I mean, this is there. I can't think of. Well, okay. I definitely can't think of a weeded bourbon that has a flavor profile that's anything like this. So that makes it very unique in that way. And I can hardly think of just a normal bourbon that I get an orange blossom note off of. The only thing I can think of is Del Bach Bottled in Bond.
That orange dreamsicle
with the blue label. Orange creamsicle we got on that one. But that's not even a bourbon.
That's not a bourbon.
Yeah, this surprised me a bunch now that I'm sitting down with it and giving it a real go. So that's a A minus for me, which is pretty darn good.
That's a good score.
Oh, and one more thing. I did say, I said, yeah, I got this around Christmas, right? And then I said, yeah, I got it like 4 months ago. So it really was like 4 months ago. It was not around Christmas. I looked it up. Yeah. In 1 week, it will be exactly 4 months ago that Dan gave this to me.
Nice. What does that put us at? October?
Yep.
Nice. All right. Now that we've given our scores, I think it's time to move over to our next segment of the show. We like to call it Whiskey World News.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Whiskey World News, and today we're reading an article here. We got actually two things for you. First one, too big to pass up, needed to say it now. This is from, it's pronounced Reuters, right? Reuters.
Yep, I think it's Reuters. Yeah.
I wonder what that word even means. But anyway, Japan's Kirin to sell Four Roses bourbon brand to Gallo for $775 million. You remember the original like Four Roses for sale?
No.
It was for $1 billion.
Wait, what do you mean? When it sold to Kirin?
No, when Kirin was like, "Hey, we're looking to sell
they were trying to get $1 billion out of it.
Their like initial evaluation or whatever was $1 billion.
I mean, if it were 4 years ago, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, totally. So anyway, apparently they got talked down to 775 mil. But to read through this short article real quick, Japanese brewer Kirin Holdings said on Friday it will sell its Kentucky bourbon brand Four Roses to E&J Gallo Winery of the U.S. for up to 775 million. That's interesting. Kirin, which bought Four Roses in 2002, said it was looking to complete the deal in the second quarter. This sale will allow Kirin to reallocate its resources to businesses that could further grow by leveraging Kirin's own organizational capabilities, said Kirin without elaborating. Financial Times reported in October that Kirin was looking to sell Four Roses to pivot from the struggling spirits sector in Japan and focus on its healthcare business. Spirits is the healthcare business.
Healthcare?
Right? Yeah, I thought spirits.
So weird.
Healthcare.
No, it's the original healthcare.
Yeah, I mean, you can see my healthcare policy behind me here.
That's health.
Kirin owns a beverage and beer business and has pharmaceutical subsidiary called
diversifying.
That's really interesting. I had no idea. A Gallo spokesperson said no changes were planned to Four Roses operations, production, or distilling. Kirin said the brand has grown strongly since its acquisition. But how about the last 2 years or so?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. That's it. So hopefully nothing changes, I guess.
Yeah. Here's my thoughts. And it will transition well into our next segment, or our next slight whiskey world news. So E&J Gallo, I believe, I'm looking through their portfolio now, but I believe they're the the company behind E&J Brandy. And you know who used to work at E&J Brandy as their distiller?
I do not.
David Bach? Bryan Pruitt.
Oh.
Who was the predecessor to David Bach.
That's right.
At A. Smith Bowman.
That's right. That's right.
That was pretty cool. Yeah.
I have a little 375 of E&J Brandy up over in the over there. Yeah.
In the place for the unwanted spirits.
Yes, it's with my cocktail mixers and things. Yes,
nice.
All right.
It turns out it's the same company for sure. So anyway,
I was like, how could it not be? You can't call it. So, second little whiskey world news here, very important because this is time sensitive.
Yeah.
A. Smith Bowman. If you go to their Instagram page, which is Smith Bowman. They put up a little thing here. Cask Strength online lottery coming soon. This lottery will run from February 16th through February 23rd. And the announcement is there on their Instagram page. And man, actually, I'm not seeing a link to the webpage. I was just before we started recording, I went to asmithbowman.com and I was clicking around and I was clicking on news and events and clicking on spirits. And I could not find, oh wait, is that massive banner at the top on the homepage? It is.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. If you go to asmithbowman.com, there's a huge banner across the top, a big splash banner. Takes you to the webpage here for Cask Strength number 5. It is 10-year, 137.6 proof. And it is
not hazmat.
$100.
But that's $99.9.
Yeah, not hazmat, which is definitely okay. I think 10-year is the most important thing. And if I remember correctly, David Bach said maintaining 10 years was very important to him as well.
Yeah, and David Bach knows what he's doing. He can put out a good product no matter what the hazmat status is. And
when I asked him last time for our interview with Batch 4, he said they don't even check the proof. They just blend. And they blend and they blend and they blend and they blend. And then when they finally get a blend that they like and they're like, yep, this is it. This is what we're doing. Then they're like, hey, let's figure out what the proof is. So they do not try to get to hazmat when they do these. But anyway, Yeah. Lottery entry period, February 16 at noon Eastern. On February 16, you can enter the lottery. That lottery window ends February 23rd at noon Eastern. The pickup window.
Sign up today.
When this comes out? Fantastic. The pickup window is February 25th through March 15th. So you've got a solid 20 days or so to get there, because you, dear listener, have to be there to pick it up for yourself. No proxies. You have to show your ID in order to pick it up for yourself at the gift shop, Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5, or Sunday, 12 to 5.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's
all right. Here's my question to you, Brian.
Yes, sir.
When you get selected to get it, are you coming out to visit me?
I would love to. So here's the last
you got
Bowman
free
lottery.
Night stay.
I know. The last Bowman lottery, I did not even enter because I did not. Well, I think Emma was like 6 months old. And so it was like,
but now she's a big girl.
It's true. She is a big girl now. But I ended up having a work trip that took me to Bowman during the pickup window. So like, if I had entered and if I had won, I would have just been there anyway. So yes,
we would have been talking to David Bach and picking up our bottle itself. So
tell me about it. Yeah. So
your next cool business trip to the East Coast.
Nothing planned. So who knows?
Sign up. At least sign up. Send me your ID if you need to.
I know, that's what I was gonna say.
I'm Brian.
Yeah. Ooh, look at me. I am going to enter for sure. Because that way, if I get a rejection, then it's like, whew, okay, good. It was not meant to be. But maybe we can figure something out if I get selected.
I'm sure David, we have his email now. So.
We can email Davey Boy direct and be like, hey, bro.
We got some connections, it says. So
yeah. You can do a one-on-one interview with him, and then I'm sure he'll let you pick.
Oh, he would totally. But then you would have to visit. So
that's true.
But it might be pushed back. He'd keep it in one of those nice filing cabinets. And then he'd save it for you when you can visit. There
you go. But yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Of course, I mean, every A. Smith Bowman Cask Strength has been delicious. So like, if you're even on the fence about it, just enter. And like, I'm willing to bet that our average listener here, like, if I were to push you to go slightly out of your comfort zone, to go out of your way to pick up one of these, if you win, it's worth it. These things are like George T. Stagg level bottles.
Did I tell you that the last time I won the French Oak variety.
French Oak,
the Abraham Bowman French Oak. I walked in and purchased, and there was this other guy that was like, I literally just flew out from California just to pick this up.
California.
Dang.
Well, I hope he had a nice tour and everything too while he was there or something.
Yeah. And I hope. Oh no, go ahead.
I hope his flight wasn't in like an hour and a half and he had to turn around real quick and go right back to the airport.
It might have been. You never know.
Yeah.
So anyway, but so I'm glad you'll at least apply. And if you apply, you can convince not only your wife that you can go out to Virginia, but that she and Emma can stay in our guest suite.
Yeah. The hard sell there. The hard sell will be, will our first flight with Emma be 4 hours long?
Yes. Yes. Dude, Emma's ready.
Oh, did she tell you that? Like, did she tell you that?
Yeah, she did when she said, wee. Which is funny because that's not what she says. Yeah. And nor do you say that anymore.
She's not interested in wee anymore. Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, that was a passing fad. She's way too old for that now.
Oh, she's probably into like boys by now. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We went to a restaurant last night. We went to a restaurant last night with Katie and Curtis. and Reed. I'm not sure this place existed when you were here, but it's in the Santan Mall, and it's called Dog House, Haus, Dog House. It is very, it's like a college bar level.
Santan Mall.
Dude, Santan Mall is so great. What Sam and I do is we go to Dog House, we order, and then one of us gets to just hang out and drink a frozen margarita and be on your phone by yourself.
As God intended.
While the other person takes Emma for a loop around Santan Mall. Just around one of the
such a nice time of year in Phoenix right now.
Yeah. So one person goes and does a lap with Emma, and then get back and then switch spots so the other person gets to drink their frozen margarita and hang out quietly out at a restaurant by yourself while the other person takes Emma on a lap. And so we did this with Katie and Curtis.
Did you do this with Reed? Did Reed get a lap too? Okay, good.
Reed got a lap too. And actually, to give him extra credit, Reed walked the whole lap himself while Emma every 2 minutes was like, pick me up.
Reed's a baller, man.
Emma has started, like, when we leave the house, she starts going, Reed. Like, she every time we leave the house, she's like, are we going to see Reed? And so here's what triggered me on this whole thing. You said she's probably into boys now. So it was Curtis and Reed and me and Emma, and we were on our lap, leaving Katie and Sam to have some girls' time. And so I was holding Emma's hand, and Curtis was holding Reed's hand. And so it was Curtis, Reed, Emma, me, in that order. And so while I was holding Emma's hand, I leaned over and I was like, Emma, can you hold Reed's hand? And Emma immediately reached out for Reed's hand, and Reed kind of reached out too. And for one second, it was a full chain of Curtis holding Reed's hand, holding Emma's hand, holding my hand, walking down the sidewalk. And then Reed was clearly had an epiphany or something. And he was like, wait, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And he ripped his hand away from Emma. And then I kept being like, Reed, can you hold Emma's hand? And he was like, no.
Well, as I have learned before, Reed likes the way that the ladies ride.
That's right.
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm sure Reed is normal in every way, and
I'm sure that
be happy no matter what.
I'm sure that Katie loved that joke regardless. I'm sure.
I hope she will. Yeah.
It was a fun time for us all there. But anyway, that was just, and when she was doing it, when they were holding hands for that 1 second, Curtis was whipping his phone out to get a picture real quick. Didn't make it in time.
I look forward to hanging out with Katie and Curtis. Are welcome too. We got an extra room for them too. So, and Reed. So,
oh man. That might make the plane ride
current office. We'll put out the air mattress for them. Yeah.
Make the plane ride a little better if Reed's there too. We can just put Emma and Reed in one row, and the four of us can go to another row.
Drink margaritas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh my gosh. It's about time. You want to get into what whiskey would you choose?
Let's do it. We got last week's results. Brian, bring it out.
Last week, just a vote, no write-ins. We asked you for bourbon, specifically, what's your favorite secondary grain? And, honestly, I expected a split like this. I don't know what you were expecting, but it ended up being wheat 30%, rye 70%. People do prefer rye to wheat, apparently. But there's wheaters out there, and there's ryers out there. That's totally not. Nobody says ryers. I don't know why.
There's Ryans, and there's wieners.
There you go. Go ahead. You're not a Ryan, you're a wiener.
Yeah, but you could be a Bryan. That's allowed.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between. Yeah. But we're asking you this week, though. This will go up on Instagram here on Wednesday or so. And that question is, what is your favorite flavor of bitters for old fashions? This question came about from some conversation on our Discord server. If you want to get in on our Discord server, just send us a message. We'll throw you on there. What is your favorite flavor of bitters for old fashions? I will go first. Mine is almond bitters. I feel like almond flavor goes with every bourbon.
Dude, I love
I'm
flavor.
an old fashioned guy. I mean, I like rye old fashions too, but so like I'm specifically thinking about bourbon old fashions here. But a close second place for me is black walnut, and it totally depends on the bourbon. Like if the bourbon can stand up to a funky black, like a musty black walnut flavor, then I'll go with a black walnut. But if it's if it's not like a heavy, funky bourbon, that I'll always go with almond.
Do you go Fee Brothers toasted almond bitters?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna buy that literally right now.
Oh, awesome.
Because I am a purist, so my answer is just standard yellow top Angostura bitters.
Okay.
But I love almond flavor. It's one of my favorite flavors of all time.
There you go.
So if I could, you could change my mind. Literally pressing purchase now. I'm
silent over here.
No.
Lips are sealed. You press that button because I do even make my rye old fashions with almond bitters just because. But I'll tell you, when you make a bourbon old fashioned, you really get the almond flavor on that too. It's very
love
good.
that. What if you mix? Now it'd probably overpower with the Angostura.
Oh yeah, well I don't know. Yeah, maybe
find out.
But,
I mean, a little bit of both.
Yeah. Since you were buying the almond, I was like, oh dang, okay, pressure's on now. I'm gonna buy whatever he says. And I like had a new tab open. I was ready to Google, and then I was like, oh, okay, I already have Angostura bitters.
Yeah. But isn't yours like, did you say something recently like in that Discord, you're like, I've had Angostura for years and barely used it or something like that?
Yeah. It is so I keep my almond and black walnut. I am eyes locked on my almond and black walnut. It's on the counter over there. My Angostura is stored like on one of my top shelves. Like,
how can you make an old fashioned with that Angostura though?
The herbal quality.
I was a bartender.
So okay, I mean like personal preference. Maybe the bonus question here is, do you even like Angostura bitters, and see if anybody agrees with me. But the personal preference here, I mean, personal preferences on old fashions are vast. Like people like orange peel, orange flavor in their old fashions. No, I'm out. I do not like orange in my old fashions. People like Angostura bitters for the herbal qualities. Nah, I don't want the herbal. I just want rich, sweet confectionery. That's what I want my old fashions to be.
Almond, baby. You ever have an almond meringue?
No.
I should make you some when you guys visit soon.
Have you ever had oh gosh, what's it called? Patty is screaming at her car stereo right now.
The new John Hughes.
Dang it. They sell it at Trader Joe's, and it is
dude, don't get me started on an almond. It's from Wisconsin. It's from Racine in particular. It is a Kringle.
Could you not hear me?
No, it's like a Wisconsin staple, especially in Racine.
Yeah. I'm sad that we didn't seek one out or something. I don't know if there was some super traditional place up there. Maybe I need Ben to courier me an almond.
Ben will courier it. I assure you. Like he will make it happen in Kringle season. You know
those Kringles, they're like the size of a standard house wreath, like a Christmas wreath, but it's a pastry.
As God intended.
Yeah. I could eat an entire one of those, and like I'm not an overeater. Like I usually
aren't.
Like bag of Skittles, I'll eat like a third of a bag of Skittles and be like, I'm good, and then I'll eat the other third like a week later, and then the other third like a week later. But dude, like Kringle, man, I could eat a whole. Kringle.
Especially an almond Kringle. Ben, we will pay you. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cost.
Yeah,
but get us a non Trader Joe's Kringle.
Oh yeah, right. Because
while you're in Wisconsin.
Yeah. But Christmas gift for this coming Christmas already figured out for Ben. Yeah. There you go. You got it.
We love Ben. What a baller. Remember when we were like, let's see how far we can get into episodes without mentioning Ben's name?
I forgot about that.
He's too much of a baller for that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, we love Ben.
Yeah.
All right. So I just literally bought the almond bitters, and we'll find out. We'll find out if I like that. My wife is more of the old-fashioned person in the house too, so maybe she'll enjoy it too.
Fantastic.
Just a few dashes.
2-day delivery on that. Yeah, you get it soon.
Yep, getting it Friday. Yep, so 2 days. Yeah,
perfect. Just in time for the weekend.
All right. What are we drinking next week?
I will show you what we're drinking next week. We have a pre-release bottle here. This is a brand new product. They only just sent out their promo first introductory email about it a couple days ago. This is 13th Colony. You may have heard of their 113 before. 13th Colony 113.
Got maple staves.
That was a maple finish bourbon. This is a maple finished rye. This is 13th
Look
Colony.
At that green.
Yeah, 13th Colony 113 maple finished rye. It is it does not say this on the bottle, but it says it online that this is 5 to 6 years. It's 113 proof maple finished rye distilled in India.
113. Yeah.
Might I add, it explicitly
95 phi
distilled in India.
113 proofer. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. It says 2026 release explicitly on here. So I guess they plan on doing this yearly or something.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And a shout out to 13th Colony for literally reaching out to us about that one. So
Danielle
we'll find
Darby?
out. We'll be honest though. Yeah.
Darby? Danielle Darby?
Darby, I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're always grateful. And if you're a distillery and want to send us something, yes, we'll be honest, but yes, we'll probably take it. So yeah.
Yep.
All right. That's what we're drinking next week. And that's episode 399. 399.
I wonder what we're doing for our 400th episode.
Who can know?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, do we have plans? Maybe
we're just going to eat a Kringle the whole time.
Oh, please. Yeah. Please. If Ben sends me a Kringle on time, I will eat that whole thing while we do the 400th episode.
One bite at a time, yeah. But we'll find out what happens. We think you guys will like it though, so we're gonna keep it a secret in the meantime. All right, Bryan. I hope that episode 399 and 400 are very fun episodes to come.
Oh, I hope so too. I hope that I hope I survive episode 400. It might just blow my mind. I might transcend into another realm after episode 400. You'll never see me again.
I think that, or rather, I hope that I'm gonna spank you on season 11, episode 8 of the Reentry Buzz. We're gonna right after this.
Your monitor light on your face was flashing, so it was obvious.
I was like, quick, what episode is it?
Yeah. No, oh man. Well, yeah, I hope and know that I don't know. I'm really excited to do a Rancher Buzz. We haven't done one in weeks.
It's been 3 weeks or so. Yeah. So all right, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed. We hope you come next time. We hope if this is your first time, you listen to 3 more episodes and you're hooked. But most of all, we hope that our love of spirits lifted yours. You ready?
Yeah, she's ready.
She's ready. It's official. All right. Welcome.